Her shows us Tallulah then and now.
Hello, darling.
Her voice, her wit, and her face were captivating. You can't take your eyes off Tallulah Bankhead in films like Alfred Hitchcock's 1944 Lifeboat.
Dying together is even more personal than living together.
But it was Tallulah's real-life behavior that really got people's attention. "I'm as pure as the driven slush," she said.
She was very promiscuous, a self-proclaimed bisexual. Long before there was Britney Spears, long before Lindsay Lohan, Tallulah Bankhead was doing things in the 30s and 40s that most actresses wouldn't dream of doing now.
Playwright Matthew Lombardo became fascinated by Tallulah's outrageous antics. There were stories that she turned cartwheels in front of people without wearing the proper underclothes?
Yes, she did a lot of things like that. She smoked 100 cigarettes a day. She drank bourbon and gin like it was water.
He wrote a show about her that opens on Broadway tonight.
Now then, I'll take a bourbon and water without water.
And if you're thinking, that actress playing Tallulah looks kind of familiar.
I know, but people are usually running up to you going, Rhoda, Rhoda, right?
Yes, it's true. Yeah. It's Valerie Harper.
Rhoda Morgenstern.
Rhoda from the Mary Tyler Moore Show.
I'm engaged. No! You're right, I'm not engaged, but he's closing in. My name is Rhoda.
And later, her own spin-off.
Well, then, shouldn't I sign it? This is my office.
They prefer that the man of the house sign it.
Yes, that Valerie Harper is now transforming herself each night into Tallulah.
I've looked at pictures of her. I do my own makeup, and I replicate the shape of her eye. She's so extravagant a personality, so specific. Her affectation became who she really was. Los Angeles.
And of course, there was her language.
Now, New York, that is a great city. You want to know why it's a great city? Because it was built for morons. Everything is numbered. You get lost in Manhattan, you don't deserve to be found. The F-bomb is there. We say kids over 12, because don't bring them to see Rhoda. Mom and Dad will be mad at me.
Harper is, in fact, a veteran Broadway actress.
It's thrilling. You know, to be on the marquee is great.
She loves the fact that the theater, where the new show is playing, is just a block from the Algonquin Hotel, where Bankhead, who was born in 1902, lived when she first came to New York at age 15 to break into the theater. Fresh from Jasper, Alabama, the descendant of a prominent political family.
There was an Alabama Bankhead in Congress for 60 years straight. Grandpa was a senator. Uncle John was a senator. Her father, Will, was Speaker of the House. And he was almost running mate with FDR, with Roosevelt. You touched my purse.
I just moved it.
Touching a woman's purse is like touching her vagina.
To prepare for the role, Harper studied everything she could find, even a cartoon character Bankhead is said to have inspired.
Anita, darling.
Cruella de Vil in 101 Dalmatians.
A great many things have been said about Miss Tallulah Bankhead.
Bankhead was such a celebrity that Edward R. Murrow interviewed her on Person to Person in 1953.
Why do you call everybody darling?
Now you know why, because I can't remember names.
Bankhead was an accomplished actress, a star of stage and screen, large and small, even appearing as herself, the new neighbor on the Lucy Desi Comedy Hour.
Oh, how do you do, darling?
In later years, her wild lifestyle seemed to catch up with Tallulah. The new play, called Looped, is based on a real event.
The title stands for the fact that she had to do a looping session or re-recording a line or several lines from her final film, Die, Die, My Darling. But it also has to do with the fact that she showed up drunk during the recording session.
In the 1965 film, Bankhead plays the villain, a religious fanatic who takes Stefanie Powers hostage.
She was not only a performer, but she was a bit of an exhibitionist.
Powers vividly remembers being summoned to Bankhead's dressing room during the shoot.
And frequently, she might be sitting naked on the toilet.
When Bankhead showed up to re-record this line from the film,
As I was telling you, even though that deluded rector has in literal effect closed the church to me,
someone made an audio tape of the marathon session where Bankhead kept stumbling.
as I was telling you, Patricia, deluded rector has in effect literally closed
No, has
the church.
in literal effect.
What?
Has in literal effect closed the church.
Well, one time is one and one's
No,
another. You
don't
kept me
do-
waiting that 9 hours and my head up and a headache and called me 10:30.
Come on. Take the cigarette out of your mouth.
Patricia, as I was
Can't do
telling
with a
you.
cigarette.
At first I thought it was hysterical because she's drunk and she's belligerent and she can't get the line. But then the more I listened to it, there was a sadness in her voice.
Which you can hear in the play as well.
And so, Patricia, as I was telling you, that old balls, who is it again?
It's that deluded rector.
Deluded rector, right.
By 1968, Tallulah Bankhead was dead at 66.
Her body had gone through just about as much, I suppose, as a body could stand with alcohol and drugs and just an overindulgence in life, I think.
And describe yourself.
Divinely impossible.
Impossible, but when you study her life, you come to understand that this is really a person of substance, that there was a reason that she was so famous.
There was a fearlessness to her. She had tragic things in her life, but you think of Tallulah as fun, a good time, and her famous words of all were, "Press on."
I don't think it's a good idea that you drink during our recording session.
I was drinking during the shoot. You want this to sound authentic?